let's make some homemade Cheez-Its. In your food processor, you want 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and to that we're going to add 1.5 teaspoon of cornstarch, a 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt, and 8 ounces of freshly shredded cheddar cheese. And now we want to give that a few pulses. And next you want to add 6 tablespoons of cold diced up butter, and we're going to continue to pulse until it kind of resembles coarse sand. So that is what we're looking for here. And to that we're going to add 2 tablespoons of ice water. So I'm just going to put this on to run and then slowly add 2 tablespoons of ice water. And then I'm going to put this out onto a piece of parchment paper, and hopefully you don't throw yours in the floor like I did. And then I'm just going to clean this up. I'll be right back. All right, so then I'm just going to use my hands to push this together until it forms what feels like a nice little block. And then I'm going to cut mine in half so that I can bake these at 2 separate times. Now you can do these the day before and let them rest. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator and let them rest for a good 45 minutes. So I'm going to cover these up. And if it just feels dry and you think it needs some more water, just add some more water. You can just, where did I put my water? Sprinkle a little more water on it. It feels a little dry to me, so I'm just going to add a little water and just work it in. And that does feel a little bit better to me. So I do want to do them into a square because it's going to make it easier later when we roll them out for the crackers. So a square shape now helps. And you know, I think I'm going to add a little water to that one because I think that one is better off for the water. All right, so our 45 minutes are up, so I'm going to start rolling out one of our halves. And if this has been in the refrigerator for a while, then it makes it easier if you let them come up to a little bit of room temperature just to roll them out. Now, when I'm rolling, I'm going to kind of rotate and kind of keep that square shape going. It does kind of make them easier when you go to cut them. Now, I got to be honest with you. I don't lose sleep about the perfection of the crackers. I mean, it's for Billy and I. So if they're not like perfect little squares, then I'm okay with that. That doesn't really bother me. Now, use your hands if you want to help keep that square shape the best that you can. But this you want to get really pretty thin. And if you get them thin enough, then you should be able to get probably 50 to 60 crackers out of each half. So you get a good bit of crackers with this recipe. It just depends on how thin that you roll them. All right, so I think I have this out thin enough, and obviously it didn't stay in a square. If you want perfection and you want them all to be uniform and perfect, you can square this off. A ruler comes in handy if you want to square them off, and then this you can just reshape. Now, can you get a little tiny cookie cutter that maybe looks like a fish or maybe looks like a bunny? Absolutely. And just cut them out and just keep redoing the scraps to keep making them. And if you want them to be perfect, like if you want to impress somebody, use your ruler to measure and cut. Pizza cutter works great here. Maybe the edges won't be perfect, But I kind of like a little 1/2 inch. So if that helps you, see, I think the ruler just more confuses me than anything. So just cut them into some little squares here. And then if you actually want that little hole in the center, a little chopstick, something like that works great to poke that little hole in the center. Another great thing to finish them with is some nice sea salt, and personally I like that salty kind of top on them. So then you can just roll them right onto your cookie sheet, just like that. And I'm going to put them in. I'm going to set my timer for 14 minutes and check on them. So I'm just rolling out my scraps here and just keep that process going till they're all done. And one thing that's really great about making these yourself is just how customizable they are, because you don't have to use cheddar cheese. You could use a pepper jack cheese if you want them really spicy, one of those habanero cheeses. You can add some of your homemade ranch seasoning in here and make like a cheddar ranch cracker. You could add a little cayenne or Tabasco, really just kind of anything that you like to customize them however you would like. Now those cheeses that you buy at the store have over 20 ingredients in them, including soybean oil, palm oil, and canola oil. But our little Cheez-Its, they don't. Now, these are going to get a little hard as they cool down. They're a little light and airy and fluffy, so not as crunchy as what you're going to get from the store-bought. But can you feel good about eating these and serving these? Oh, yeah. So delicious. I think you're going to love these homemade cheese crackers. So much better for you. Have a great day, everybody, and enjoy your new cracker. I'll see y'all later.